Welcome everyone. Today we are going to see about selection sorting using our Python programming. So in previous sessions we have seen about other different kinds of sorting like bubble sorts, and we have seen about file handling, all those things, and an extension of that previous video is here. So in this class we will see particularly with respect to selection sort. So we will be seeing both ascending and descending orders. So I'm going to take the same example which I have taken in the previous video so that it will be easy for you to understand what is the difference between those sortings. So in our previous video we have taken an example of 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 6, right? So first we have to identify the logic. So in which logic it is going to work, so that we can able to directly bring those things into programming methodologies. So how many elements we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total we are having 7 elements. So with these 7 elements we are going to do our sorting. So how our selection sort will work is like fixing the minimum value in the initial position. So there are two different ways. So if you are seeing few other aspects of textbooks, we can able to see two different ways. First one, with respect to minimum and doing with respect to maximum. So the method which I have chosen is doing with minimum. So you can able to try to do the same thing with fixing of maximum values also. So I will say what is minimum, and you can able to try to do the same thing with respect to maximum values. So how our minimum selection sorting works? So we are having the value of 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 6, right? So assume 8 is the minimum number, right? So we can able to assume that 8 is the minimum number or key value, whatever we can able to say, we can able to fix it, and we are just going to compare it with 9, first two elements. So which is the minimum value? 8 is the minimum value, right? So the condition is true, so leave it as such. Next, go to the next iteration loop. So you have to compare 8 with your 2. So there is a necessary to swap, right? Because we are assuming that 8 is minimum, right? So the condition has been failed. So the latest update is like, so 2 is the minimum value, so it has to swap those two places. So there is no change with respect to the first iteration. So we can able to see here there is no change here. So when you are going to the second iteration, it is getting swapped. So yeah, so 2 is the least number in the series itself, right? But it has reached those position. But we anyway, if it is some other numbers, we have to check all the conditions, right? So how we are going to check? So first place is fixed with 2. So 2 you have to compare it with the next element of it. So we are going to compare it with 3. So again 2 is minimum. So we have made that 8 minimum has been moved into 2 minimum, right? So minimum position has been reached with 2. So minimum position is here, it is the first position. So the first position has been placed with 2. So 2 and 3 is getting, there is no change because 2 is minimum. So again 2 and 4 there is no change because 2 is minimum. 2 and 10 there is no change because 2 is minimum. Again 2 and 6 there is no change because 2 is minimum. So the first position is freezed. So in the complete series, 2 is the least number or minimum number. So it has took over the place of first position. So hereafter there is no necessity of comparing this 2 with any other value. So we can able to completely neglect that 2, and further operations we can able to do it with these number of elements only. So we are going to omit our 2. We are not going to consider this 2, because unnecessarily again if you are going to compare those elements again and again, it is not necessary because it is the least value. So it has taken the first position. So again next iteration we are going to do with, so 9 is your first element right now. So 9 and 8 we are going to check it. So yeah, it needs swapping because 9 is the biggest number and 2 is the minimum number. So the condition is failed, so we have to swap it. So in next iteration it is getting swapped. So and in the next term how we are going to do is like, so this 8 is going to be compared with your 3. So it needs swapping. So 3 will be taking this place, 9 will be taking this place, 8 will be taking this place, 4 will be taking this place, 10 will be taking this place, and 6 will be kept in this place. So the thing is like here we need swapping, sorry for that. And in next iteration we are going to check 10 with your 4, 10 with your 4, right? Here there is no change. So like this we have to extend continue our iterations till we reach the complete series of ascending order. So how much time the loop has to be repeated? So the length of the array, that much times the loop has to repeat, right? So that for in every iteration one component is going to be neglected, right? In this kind of outer loop iteration we are going to neglect the first position. First position is don't have to be considered. So while keep on moving this one, 3 has occupied this position, right? After that there will not be any change over there. So 3 is the next minimum number, it has reached this position, so this position will be freezed and there is no change hereafter. So anyway you have to check it, but further it will not have any change. So the at last completion of this iteration is going to say 2 and 3 has been freezed, don't disturb this 2 and 3. So next elements you just take it and you just iterate it and find the solution. Like this we are going to make the loopings to occur. So we have to convert these conditions into your programming methodology, right? So I think it is clear how your selection sort works. Selection sort. So if it is maximum, how you are going to work with? So just compare between these two, 8 and 9. Whichever is maximum, you just freeze the value. So whichever is minimum, you freeze the next value. So compare and compare and compare. So at last the maximum values has to reach here. Like this it is going to work. So maximum position has to reach the maximum place. So 10 has to reach here, and after that 9 has to reach here. After that in next iteration 8 has to reach here. Like this the iteration has to be in the inverse fashion. So identify the maximum value. If that is there, swap it. Identify the maximum value. If that is there, swap it. If identify the maximum value, if that is there, swap it. Like this we can able to swap and we can able to move the biggest number to the last place, and you are going to freeze that last place, and we are not going to do any changes from the next iteration to the last position. Like this also we can able to do. So we can able to do bubble sort in terms of two different fashions. So with this introduction I am just closing this one. Yeah. So we are going to convert this into programming methodology, right? So this iteration has to happen for we are going to calculate the length of the array, and this is going to happen. So what is your array? So this is your array. So I can able to give you a length of array here. So this length of array is going to be your major factor, from which you are going to calculate the length and you are going to do a further processing. So you just calculate the length. So length will be 7. So the loop has to repeat -1 times, it will repeat in terms of Python, right? So it is going to do the loop for 6 times. So since the comparison of values is going to be 6, so we are going to do it for 6 times. So we can able to check whether it is running properly. So see here, in terms of j, I am giving the inner loop. So I am starting with I, because first initial position I don't have to disturb the position if the iteration has completed, right? So if the 2 is going to take this position, after that I don't have to disturb the position. That's why I have to start it with I, and after that you have to continue till the length of array. How much time it has to repeat, you have to go for that. So in this iteration you can able to see outer loop is going to have zeros, and after that inner loop, how many times it is going to execute? It is going to execute 7 times. And after that outer loop one more times it is going to continue, and then inner loop it is going to continue for it is going to leave the 0th position, and it is going to run it for 6 times. So 0th position is left because the position has been freezed. So outer loop it is executing 2 times, so the inner loop should start from 2. So 0 and first position should not be disturbed. So comparison should not take place in that place also. Even though comparison is taking place, it is not going to make any changes. So in order to reduce the number of iterations, we are going to do a fashion like this. So my loop is perfectly working. So what I have done, so I have taken the length of array, and after that I have created the outer loop for a number of comparisons. So I am going to compare your element till the with all the elements of the array. So whichever is minimum, it is going to take the first position after the completion of outer loop. So next, the same thing I have converted in terms of your function. So in terms of function, I can able to declare it as selection sorting. So I am going to take it array. So as like previous video, I want to understand how many swaps are taking place in this fashion, right? So I am just assuming this at 0, and I have, if the swapping occurs, I am going to increment that swapping. So see here, the I is going to take the minimal position. So first initial assumption is like, so I will be my minimum. So in our criteria, 8 is your first place, right? So 8 is going to be considered as minimum, and after that I am going to print that what is the outer loop, how many sequence of outer loops, how many times it is getting executed. And after that, what I am doing is like, so I am declaring the inner loop. So inner loop is from I to length of array, right? So if condition I am going to put it, why? If array of j is starting from the next element, right? Leaving the first element, it is going to start from the next element. With that next element, it is going to compare with the minimum value. Minimum value initially it is 1, after that it is going to be 2, after that it is going to be 3, after that it is going to be 4. So like this, it is going to update itself. So if a of j is less than array minimum, so if that is minimum, just consider that this thing is minimum, and you don't have to do anything. So minimum is going to get the value of j. If it is not that case, we need swapping, right? So if you want, you can able to give it, else it is you can able to neglect it. So how you can able to swap it in a single line with Python coding, we have seen in yesterday's class. So we can able to swap it in this fashion. So you can able to give it with respect to your I and minimum. So if this happens, this minimum and j has to be j value has to be moved to the minimum, and it has to continue its operation. If it is not there, it should be happening in the inverse fashion. So till the total number of swappings again and again, I am going to print the inner loop, and after that I am going to finally I am going to print how many number of swapping is happening in my selection sort. So if I am going to run this one, so you can able to see here. So outer loop is executed once, and after swapping, how my inner loop is there. So if you want to be more clear, you can able to have the same thing with respect to your, okay, I think it is clear here. So 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, right? So it is going to be taking that place, and after that we are going to consider this value. So I am going to print this array. It will be making some more sense to you. So print. Yeah. If I am going to print my array, so which means outer loop. Outer loop array, I can able to give it in this name, outer loop array. So at the time I can able to check what is my array value at the outer loop position and what is my array value after getting swapped, whether my things are working fine or not. So I am just running it. So okay, this should be here, comma should be, yeah. So I can able to see at first iteration what is happening. So outer loop, I am going to get the same elements after swapping. So the position of 2 has been moved to its first place. So after that my outer loop is executing second time, and I can able to see that this next iteration, so this thing has to be taking its outer loop position, right? So after swapping, so 3 will be taking its next position. Like this, outer loop is executed thrice. So 0, 1, 2, it is going to happen at 3. So it is outer loop, it is going to be the same one. And after swapping it, I can able to see that the third position has to be taken with the third minimum value. So like this, my execution is continuing till the array is getting sorted. So total number of swappings I am having here is total number is 7. So in comparison, while we are going for your previous kind of sorting, we have seen in terms of bubble sort, right? So bubble sort we have done here. Yeah, in terms of ascending we have taken here, right? So with this one we have counted how many number of swappings happening here, right? So how many number of swappings? We have 9 swaps here, and in terms of selection sort, within 7 swappings we can able to do the job, because as much as possible we have to reduce the number of swappings so that it will not have much clock cycles for its execution. So the same array, while you are doing with bubble sort, it is taking 9 swappings. If you are taking with selection sort, it is going to have about 7 swappings. So this is the beauty of selection sort. At last we are going to print it. So if you are going to make it in terms of descending order, so the small change which you are going to make, you know that, right? So while comparison, you are going to change the sign of it. So you can able to just change the sign, and you can able to swap it whenever it is needed. So you can able to check whether that is running also. So it is also going to run. So total number of swappings we are going to have. So like this, we can able to swap our elements. So see here at this position, so we are going to swap it with respect to 10. So the position of 10 is going to be freezed, and after that the position of 9 is going to be freezed. After that the position of 8 is going to be freezed, and after that position of 6 is going to be freezed. Like this, it is going to freeze its position.